Hello, Steve Arts 89, or Trek Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. Um, so I still watch Midnight's Edge because when they're not spouting right wing politics, they're still a very informative, um, you know, video or podcast or whatever about Hollywood and Star Trek and that and science fiction genre stuff in general. That's why I loved them originally and why it kills me that they've gone political. And they got through their last video. I don't think they made any political comments or rants. It was great. I was able to just enjoy talking, thinking, listening, and thinking about geek issues. They were talking about the last issue of episode of Star Trek and just how abysmal the show is and what it does to Star Trek and its legacy and Leonard Nimoy's character and all this sort of stuff. I'm going to make another video about that and Romulus and all that. Because I didn't manage to get it all in my other videos, which is why they were so long, because I tried to keep them short and I cut a lot of things out I want to say. But they did mention something in their last video that I watched. I don't know if it was literally their last video, but the last long sort of, I don't know, do we call them podcasts if they're on YouTube? They're live streams, I guess. They mentioned something and I'm like, oh, is this a thing? Because for ages they were saying there were rumours that season 2 of Discovery wasn't happening, and then Picard wasn't happening, and then season 2 of Picard wasn't happening, and season 3 of Discovery wasn't happening, and season 4 of Discovery wasn't happening. And I got sucked into all of them because I wanted them to be true. And I fully admit this. It's weakness, it's sadness, it's they're speaking to their base, and I'm just like a Trump supporter, like, give me lies, I can't handle the truth, I can't handle reality that we live in a world where the Star Trek license has been taken over by these idiots who are just destroying it on a weekly basis, at least for part of the year, every year. I can't handle it. So, but it has become, clear that these rumours are just there, for people like me to eat up and love. So I kind of stopped listening to them and I sort of didn't believe the last couple. But they did say something and I'm like just desperate for like nibbles, so I'm just like, oh, crumbs. Apparently, supposedly, allegedly, if only, the talk of Star Trek Discovery Season 4 being in production already, supposedly they started filming at the start of the month. Supposedly they're just doing pickups for this season because they're still finishing off the last couple of episodes, apparently. Now, I don't believe this for a second, but I really want to. And I thought, really, are they actually hearing these rumours? Because Andre was saying, we've been hearing these rumours. And, God, was that an accent? I don't know what that was. But we've been hearing these rumours. And they're acting like they're shooting. They're not shooting, they're just doing pickups. The show's not happening. So they still have that attitude, it's not happening. And I'm sort of making a correlation between their Star Trek hoaxing, like their Star Trek denial, and their, like, COVID denial, and their, that's part of the right-wing sort of mentality. And I'm like, oh God, I'm being sucked into this. Damn it. I have to do a self-review here. Like some people have told me. And I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm like, oh God, I've been sucked into that side. At least on that side, on the geek politics, not the real politics. But the geek politics, I have been sucked into it. But and I need to like find my center again. But be less hateful. But it's so hard because Discovery's is so horrible, and Picard's bad as well. But so that's the current thing they're saying. They haven't done a separate video on it. They sort of realised people aren't really listening to their rumours like they were before, but they're still sort of saying them. And I'm like, oh, thank you for the crumbs. For a second, I thought maybe season 4 won't happen, but I know it's going to. I know it's happening. I know it's happening. But I just sort of want to comment on that, just because, I mean, my sort of thing with these channels was I found them and I felt like I had found my brotherhood. It's like, oh my God, all these people who love Star Trek and science fiction and geek politics and geek culture as much as me. And a lot of them are knowledgeable and intelligent, and I really enjoyed listening to a lot of them, and I didn't feel as alone in the world, especially going into the pandemic. But then as we got close to the election, all their politics came out, and the COVID hoaxing and all that sort of stuff, and minimising and all that stuff, and all the Black Lives Matter's wrong. Like, they were always complaining that the left were putting politics into our entertainment, which they were, and I didn't like it. But I realised, oh, they're happy to put their politics into everything, which they do. So it's not that they have a problem with politics being put in entertainment, in their videos and their talks and their discussions. They just have a problem with right-wing people doing it. Left-wing people, it's okay, because they're right. But we shouldn't have to hear those right-wing people talking about they should be pushing their politics on us. I'm like, did I miss that the whole time? Was I really that just disenfranchised by what they Discovery did to Star Trek that I was just like sucked into that and didn't even realise they were doing that? Because they were basically telling me mostly what I wanted to hear. It's very disturbing to have that realisation. But now I'm just stuck in the middle, because whenever I try and listen to someone like Jessie Gender, now I like Jessie Gender. I love the energy and the space that she creates in her videos and her live streams and the conversations. I get that. I love her for that. But she's a total shill. She just thinks the show's amazing, and she intellectualizes this show so hard, and she finds stuff that's just not there. I'm sure of it. I mean, I wish I could watch the show that she thinks is happening, that she's seeing. And of course, Ketwolski, I haven't watched him in weeks. I can't bear him. He's just such a shield. His energy, I just want to slap him every time I see him on the screen. And that's not a threat or any sort of indication of violence. I'm a pacifist, but it doesn't still mean I wouldn't want to see a fist hit someone's face occasionally. I'm just not willing to do it myself and would never hurt anyone. But you just want to, sometimes you just want like that. When someone's just like, and just crazy and loud and happy and just enthusiastic about something totally wrong and tragic and evil, and they're just excited, and you just want to just stop them from just having that level of energy about it. It's just, okay, if you want to talk about it, at least just talk in normal, like, just the enthusiasm. It's fake too. You can tell he's putting it on. He's not like that all the time. That's just when he turns his video on, he's it's like, I can't stand it. So I haven't watched him for a while. And Jessie Gender, I keep commenting, and I think she hates me. I think she's read enough comments from me to be like, yeah, no, I'm not acknowledging that person. I think she blocks people in general unless they're actually abusive, but like, yeah, I'm trash to her, I think. And yeah, like, basically I'm stuck between shills and trolls. You got the right-wing racist, sexist haters who hate everything, and then you've got the shills who are left-wing, who are like, you know, the complete opposite, but just as bad. They're as bad as each other, just going at each other in these little echo chambers, just sort of facing each other. And I'm sort of in the middle, like, Star Trek's being destroyed, and like people are just using it for their own agendas. The left are using it to push their agenda, and the right are using it to victimize themselves. And it's just, I feel so bad for Star Trek. It's being just abused all over the place, and its corpse is being dragged around from side to side, held up like a shield. Oh my god. This video is going to be 10 minutes, I think. It was meant to be shorter. But yeah, so I'm just in this miserable place with the YouTube channels now, because I used to really love them. I spent a lot of time listening to them, and I felt connected to these people on some level, and I wanted to be a YouTuber as well, and my first channel was going really well until it got deleted. And I haven't really tried with this one. I don't even have, I haven't even tried, because the amount of energy I put into the first one to get that over its first 1,000 viewers and to get going was a lot. And it all got deleted. I didn't have anything backed up, just a couple of videos, or sometimes I do two of a video, and I just happen to have not deleted the other ones because they weren't online. The ones that are online, I think I deleted because I thought, well, I can always just download my own video if I need a copy of it for some reason. It never occurred to me. I didn't know they could delete a whole channel like that, so I lost all my videos. The only ones left over were alternative takes of the ones I'd already done, I think. So I just feel this loss. It's like there's this big absence of like YouTube company now, where I used to like listen to these people and talk to them also in the comments and that, and the live streams and that, where I felt like, you know, we were all part of a group or something, and I realized, no, they're on the other side. They hate me. They would like to see me dead, honestly, and me and all the other left people that they hate. And the right, same thing. They would want to see, because if you're not for them, you're against them. And so I'm not for either of them, so I'm against everyone, apparently. So you can't win. you either have to shill for one side and just validate everything they say, not agree with anything, not disagree with anything, agree with everything they say, tell them they're right, follow their agenda like a Nazi trooper in the 30s, just, you know, march on, hi Hitler, you know. You have to be like that. And each side accuses the other of doing that. Like the right will say, oh, the left want us all to think the same. And yeah, they do. They want us all to think that Black Lives Matter and human rights matter and people are all equal. That's what they want, the good ones. And that's evil to them. And then, of course, the left wing hate the right wing because they have an aversion to this because it interferes with their white privilege and what they've grown up with, and this idea that they're better than these other races, and if you bring everyone up to the same level, then somehow they've lost something. So I feel just stuck in the middle of these two sides that hate each other, and it's like I can't side with either of you, and because I won't, you know, join either of your teams, I'm like nobody or the enemy else. It's just like really sad. I'm just whining now, and it's just so at the start of this video was about they were still putting out rumors that you know, discovery's not happening, and it just for a moment gave me a spark of hope, like, oh, maybe it's true. And then they're like, no, it's not true, it's happening, the show's going on. They just are trying to get people like me to continue listening and believe them because they know that's what we want to hear. And I'm not going to be like the Trump version of a Star Trek fan. I have been. I was eating it, and now I'm just like starving. I'm going to go. I'm just waffling on about crap. I'm tired and I'm just dribbling crap at the moment. So I'm sorry if you listened to the whole thing. I apologise. Have a nice day. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe. The next video will be better. I will do better.